The Supreme Court came down on the right side 9-0 today, saying that we, the people, get to choose who actually runs for U.S. president, not a class of unelected bureaucrats or one-off elected individuals in states across this country. Because the real question before the court was this: are we actually one nation or aren't we? If we're one nation, that means that one nation elects one president in all 50 states. We can't have a patchwork where they're electing some presidential candidates in some states, other presidential candidates in a different state. That's not a nation. And that's where our Supreme Court landed. At the same time, we have to dig a layer deeper. I didn't think that three-justice added concurrence was all that necessary today. That's what Amy Coney Barrett actually said in response to that concurrence with her own, that said that main message, America and the Chief Justices of America are on the same side of this one question. States shouldn't be able to eliminate a presidential candidate from a ballot. But the reason that she said it was that there was a particularly strident concurrence from three of those justices that said that even if only the federal government could remove a presidential candidate, it didn't have to just be through Congress. It could actually be another actor in the federal government itself. Why do they have to go out of their way to say that? It's interesting. I think we combine that with the fact that this court is probably more concerned with perceptions of its own institutional legitimacy more than any other court in modern history, any other Supreme Court. I think the subtext of what's going on is, yes, they did reach the right result today. They were intent on doing it 9-0, but that buys them the political capital, the latitude to maybe go a different direction in some of the other Trump cases that present themselves that they know are coming down the pike. I think the Roberts Court has been particularly attuned to this perception of institutional legitimacy. And so I think that while there was a good decision here, I think there's also a small warning embedded in there that at least some of those justices, and they planted the breadcrumbs today, are prepared to go in a different direction should a slightly different set of facts in a slightly different case present themselves, as is almost certain to be the case over the remainder of this year. So I think that is the subtext and one of the under-discussed takeaways from the press today. I'm surprised yet most of the press pretending like they didn't really even read that concurrence. And even if they did, not actually asking what it really means. I think that's actually the breadcrumbs that were dropped, and it's up to us to actually see it.